Hello. I'm making this video from my car because my daughter's sleeping right now. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for coming on this channel. Again, this is where I talk about motherhood and mental health. This is where I combine the two worlds. It's so weird, but I have a mental health problem. I'm quite transparent about it. Just dealing with some things that I'm finding professional help with, but I also believe that it's all in the mindset and that it's all in our belief system and in our self-esteem. So if we can get those things improved, we're on a pretty good journey to figuring out this journey called life, and I think believing to be a really, really good example for my daughter and maybe children to come, or just anyone who comes into my life. And I think there will be many more people coming into my life who need my strength and my identity and my roots to be really healthy, and that's what I want to help you with as well. So I hope these videos benefit you. Today I wanted to talk about a concept called the dark horse. I don't know if people are familiar with this term. I came across it from an audiobook I was listening to, and it was this term came from the British novel years and years ago. I think it's an old novel where it was about betting on horses, and everyone was so sure that certain horses would win because they always had, all the things going for them. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, a dark horse won, and they didn't even know the name of the horse, so they just called it dark horse. Must have been black, and it just overtook everyone and just won, and nobody saw that coming. So dark horse has now become a term in the self-development areas and in the talent scouting, actually, where somebody who hasn't gone to university has maybe some really interesting findings in the science field because they love it. So there was one lady from New Zealand, her name's Jenny. She kind of stumbled upon looking at the stars by having a telescope from a friend or from a relative, and she dropped out of high school, but she actually discovered a meteor that no one had seen before, and she went on to write these papers and papers. She wrapped her head around the language that she would need to use to talk to people who study space, and she did it. And there's another encouraging story of a guy called Alan. He makes really, really fancy fabrics, and he also started with a few businesses that failed. He dropped out of school, had everyone tell him that he's not talented at anything, and now he's a millionaire, and he has all these connections to the top end hotels all over America, and he makes like cushions and couches, but his fabrics are very unique because he really wants to find the extra thing that makes him special, so people feel very known by him. He says everything is custom made for the customer. He wants to get to know the person before making their pillow covers, and I just think it's just super interesting. He wants to know their age, their skin tone, just the hobbies they have, and then he'll create something very individual, and he is so famous doing that. And so that stood out to me, so I was really encouraged by that, because I also started off in life on a wibbly wobbly path. I couldn't go to university straight away. I needed to earn some money. So I did a few apprenticeships and climbed my way up to a really job that I really loved in child protection, but always wanting more, always not knowing where I fit in, always needing some more qualification to get to the thing I actually want. So yeah, I just wanted to encourage you. I don't know if I'm a dark horse. I would like to be. I would like to overtake everyone and just present myself that here I am, you've been waiting for me this whole time. It's not quite like that. So I'm actually a little bit more creeping on the outside, not being seen, and then going backwards and being frustrated and having this great idea and running for it, and then someone has just started it, so I'm like, oh, I'm too late. So that has been my journey for maybe the last 2 years, and then I became a mom. This has really shifted my focus again, which is what I want to do. I want to be with my daughter, but there's also this part of me that is capable of more, and I just don't know how to fill my days. So if that's you, I want to encourage you and myself that we do not have to have this traditional career path. You do not have to go to uni and have to work for several years, then have your children, get them through daycare, and then go back to work straight away, and then maybe become, climb the ladder that way. You don't have to climb the ladder. You can actually find a niche that no one has ever thought of before. So I'm really passionate of becoming a doula, because I really love this journey of becoming a mom, and it doesn't end with the birth. Actually, the birth journey it continues after having a baby, and I would love to support women in that. And I can combine that with the life coaching I'm already doing and the life coaching that my husband's business has started. So I can see some paths there, but I still don't know what the next steps are. So I want to be transparent and vulnerable in my journey. I don't know exactly how to break through into this dream career that I have, but I also know that it's going to be non-traditional, and I think it's going to be very unique, and I know it's going to be tailored to me, and that I don't have to bend over backwards to fit in. I think it's going to be something the world hasn't seen before. And what I have to do is look inside, be true to myself, find out what I really love, and not focus on the money side. I think that will come when you find your place in the world, when you have clicked in together with that place that you call passion. Money will come. The world will throw money at you. That's actually one of the principles. So us chasing money has often led us to do these compromises where we go backwards. Oh, yeah, the job's not ideal, but it pays the bills. So I really believe if you follow your heart, you will get paid for it. So I encourage you to do something different than the world has ever seen before. So I would like to do some mother and baby work. Still working it out, but I know it's going to have something to do with massage and music and fairy lights and a connection building, because not every mother finds it very natural after birth that this is their baby. There are some babies, some mothers have to, their soul has to catch up with what has just happened, because yeah, bringing a baby into this world is the biggest thing ever, and it can really affect people's mental health. So where I want to step in is being the helping hand after a baby's been delivered, to build a safe nest environment where the mother and the baby are just by themselves and have that time on skin, and then I can be there with reading some poems or some encouraging messages, and talking a mother through, how do you feel right now? How do you think your baby feels? Look, your baby just fell asleep. It must feel so safe with you. So I think that's somewhere, some people probably do that already, but I really see that there's a need for that. I have heard of a few women who said, oh, if I had that in my early journey, that would have been so easy and maybe help me with the next weeks to come. So I know that I might not be the most unique person to do this in the world, but I know that there's a need out there, and I will add something to it that no one else has thought of. So I want to encourage you to do the same, and I would love to hear from you how you went with that. Love you, bye.